Alright, how's it going everybody? My name is Cyrus, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of one of my favorite mod packs from Minecraft. It is really cool. It is called Aged, as you can see up here. It's kind of like a medieval RPG, fantasy, realism mod. And it's really cool, and a lot of people aren't playing it on anywhere really. So I kind of wanted to just essentially, start a little world, show you guys tube time, baby. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys just a little bit of like how to play, because it is a very challenging mod to get into, but it's really cool. It's really rewarding once you kind of understand the basics, because the game is like it kind of gives you the basics, but like not really, because there's just so much to do in this game. And I kind of want to do a video kind of like just playing world and just kind of running through the basics of the game and just kind of how to get started, So once it loads in, cool. Welcome to the Aged mod. Before you start your journey, we want you to know that you can get the guidebook via a command, get lavender book. One of your first tasks are getting food and fresh water. Another one is to pick up stones and flint from the ground. Craft a crafting rock. Put sticks from leaves and flint on it, and hit it a few times with another rock. Have fun playing, and feel free to join our builds at Discord. So yeah, one of the first things you really want to do is you want to be Banjo-Kazooie first of all. I mean, that's definitely going to help you. So you get a couple of starting things, right? You get the Aged book, which we're not really going to use too much. I should really note, though, that the only reason why I'm not using the Lavender Book is because I already know these base recipes, but if you're a beginner, I highly recommend always keeping this item in your hotbar. You get some food to start off with if you choose that. Purified water bottle and campfire. Now, the purified water is good because we do actually have a thirst bar, right? So that's good to keep track of, and we'll kind of get into that later. But one of the first things you really want to get in this game is you really need to get stones, and you need to get flint, which you can get that off the ground. So yeah, you pick up stones and flint just by kind of hitting these little blocks on the ground. That's going to be really important, right? You need those to craft just about anything. Because unlike regular Minecraft, the first thing you're going to be crafting isn't going to be wooden materials. That's actually a pretty good bit into the game before we get there. Your first materials are going to be flint. Getting flint is extremely important. You're going to want to get flint. You're going to want to get that as much as you can. As far as getting sticks go, we can break these leaves down. And that'll get us some good old stuff here. Good old fine stuff here. Right. Some stones. And like I said, there's really not a lot of people playing this on YouTube, even though it's quite fun, actually. I would say it's very fun, a man like me, I'm a man of the people. What can I say? Just a man of the people. Do what the people want, and that's that, really. All right, let's try to get some. Oh, there we go. See, this is the interesting thing here. You can actually do saplings and make sticks out of them, right? Which is good. So, now that we've gotten a little bit of sticks out of the trees, we can start kind of working on getting tools. First tool you want to really make is a pickaxe. Or sorry, an axe, excuse me. Now you're probably thinking, how do I make a crafting table? How do I craft things? Well, it's a little different in Aged. You actually have to make a crafting rock, like this. So it's 2 rocks on the bottom or top, and it's interesting, right? So here's how we craft things in Aged. You put your crafting rock down. Now, to craft things, you actually have to lay it out like this is the crafting table, right? Like these are your 9 blocks, your 3x3 grid. So you put a stick down, and then you're going to use flint instead of wood. So boom, you make yourself an axe, and then you have to beat it with a stick, or with a rock. Right-click it with anything else, and then now we have A good old trusty fluent axe. Very good way to start off the game. Very, very powerful tool. As you'll soon learn. Because we don't cut trees down like regular. As you just saw, that tree kind of exploded. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the classic tree chopping mods. They're popular. It's a little different than how you would do it in typical tree chopping mods. You kind of have to chop this block like 5 times, and then it breaks. You also get sticks out of that, which is what's really important about that. Now, you'll soon figure out that you can't really use certain materials. You can't trade with villagers yet, you know, because you're under level. And there is a good way to level up in this game. What you're going to want to do is take jobs. Now, there's a couple different jobs. There's cut trees, which is a little complicated because you have to cut the tree while crouching for the EXP to count. If you cut it the way that the default does, it doesn't give you any experience. Mining ore using TNT. Cooking food, farming plants. Kill mobs, build buildings, use anvil, smelt ore, smith tools, weapons, catch fish. The first one I always pick is farmer. First of all, it's very easy to farm in the early game and throughout the whole game, really. Or as far as I've gotten, I haven't gotten that far. I'm a pretty beginner. But farming is the first one you want to pick up. And once 20 minutes have gone down, you can pick a second job. Now, funny thing is, when I was playing this for the first time, I thought you had to, Jesus, what's it called? I thought you had to detach yourself from a role to use it. So, you know, I was going out there. I was a little crazy out there, you know. Get some wool, you know, it doesn't hurt to get that. Of course, you can't mix and match wools because, you know, you can't be a child. You have to be a man. A man of the wilderness. Man of the wilderness. And you can get some food by chopping tree or doing the animal things, whatnot. And right, so we can start planting things. Honestly, be real with you, olive sapling. Just genuinely throw some shit down. You get a lot of it. You get so much experience off of just freaking planting anything. Just plant anything. Genuinely anything. So yeah, you can keep your job for longer than 20 minutes, unlike real life. And you can pretty much just, every 20 minutes you can add a new job. But like I said, farming is just like, it's kind of broken if I'm being honest. You can do fighter and get points by killing mobs. Let's see. Let's go ahead and a man like me is gonna need some wood. Copying Sean from Forge Labs, if you're wondering. He always says that shit. It's so funny. Anyway, so yeah, after this point, you can kind of just cut down your tree, get some good old sticks, get propped up and ready to go, and bingo bango. You know, you've got plenty of sticks now, which means, you know, you can build a house, you can do things. That's the important part, really. You can do things. Here is another interesting thing about aged. You can save yourself, you know, you can fill yourself up you can fill your thirst by drinking water, but there are certain foods that, because of their, I guess, wet properties, if you will, that will fill up your thirst too. So things like tomatoes, I think, I'm gonna say apples also. Yeah, apples. And it'll show you at the bottom right down here, you know, it'll show you how much it fills. And it also shows you your saturation, which is pretty neat. But I wouldn't worry too much about that for now, just because, you know, certain foods saturate you differently, and that's fine. Now, the unfortunate thing about getting meat here is that I can't really I can't make a furnace, I'm pretty sure. So that's a bummer. But yeah, so that's kind of a big thing. We can go around for 20 minutes, just kind of farming a little bit. Yeah, going around checking out some crops, and I'd say after 15 minutes, I would probably say pick up the builder tool because you're gonna need to make yourself a little house. You know, hard to survive out in the wild without a house. Boy, oh boy. So once we've leveled up to level 1, oh look at that! So we have 2 points that we can spend. I highly recommend doing 1 in health because now you have 4 hearts, and you know you can eventually kind of get agility, strength. One of the biggest ones that I like doing is trading because now you can. Well, first of all, you can't trade at level 0, so that's kind of a thing. To be able to trade with the villagers is very useful. And yeah, so I recommend always going through like health and getting some good old classic trading going. A little action like that. See, now you look at this, and this is not mineable until you're level 6. We're gonna go over here and just kind of check out this boat. See if there's any interesting loot on here. You have to be super, extremely careful. I cannot express this enough. Okay, because you don't want to die. And the quickest way I've found to die in Minecraft and in the aged modcraft is these things called freaking, okay, they're called, Jesus Christ. Smithing template. I haven't even seen that before. Wow. Yeah, we don't want poison potatoes. Plays the armor. Oh, okay. But quickest way to die I've seen is it's called a creeper. Like I said, they do grow. They do live underwater in this game, which honestly, it kind of horrifying if I'm being honest. Not a fan. I am not a big fan. I actually had a save file, one of my first ones, where I deadass lost everything to the sea creeper. It's weird because, okay, so in aged, you don't lose all your stuff when you die the first time. But anytime you die after that, yeah, you're good luck, buddy. You're fucked. Okay, so one thing about it is that sweet berries, I love sweet berries because one, they restore your, oh god, don't hit the snakes. Do not hit the snakes. Those are some dangerous young men, and they will kill you. Dangerous little dudes. Ain't no biggie. What a sweet girl. But yeah, sweet berries are good because not only do they redo your your thirst and hunger, of course, because it's food, but also they grow fairly quickly even in slower environments. And you can just plant them in open fields, just in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. That's kind of an important thing. When you're starting out on a good old aged cheddar playthrough, you're gonna want to be doing some farming. I love these trees, dude. I love the olive trees. I really do. They're so cool. I also love these roosters. They're adorable. That olive kind of scared me. Or that chicken tried to kind of kill me. That scared me. I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Oh no! Oh no! All right, god dang it! God dang it! Son of a bitch! This is why we have hella flint, guys. Amen. Okay, this is literally peak reason why we just carry around flint everywhere, all the time, always. Never a wrong time for it. Genuinely. Okay. Can we cut this one down? Sometimes if the bottom block doesn't, there it goes, yeah. You gotta do that. Which is fine. I'm gonna make an olive house, I think. I think that would look quite good, actually. I think this would look a beautiful little aesthetic. Where do we want our house to be, honestly? I'm not seeing anything too crazy, but like at the same time, like I don't want to die, right? So like, maybe I just build a house. Maybe I just start building things. I think that's probably a good idea. Okay. How many wide? Let's do... just seal off for the night. Yeah, that'll do for now. And then we'll just chill and eat food. Okay. So that's kind of about it, really, for surviving your first day. You essentially just kind of want to get your flint. You want to get some materials going. You want to get your good old rock. You want to get some kind of structure to live in, right? Something that will allow you to not die would be preferable. Something that doesn't look ugly would be nice, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it for the starting. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along for this journey. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys on day 2.